Let's have a quick look at installing BimlFlex for the first time. Once you run the installer that you've downloaded, you'll get a screen over here that will tell you the license agreement. Please go ahead and read the license agreement, agree to the license agreement. There will be a checking for the license, and if you haven't contacted the Verigence team to get a valid license or trial license with BimlFlex, please do so. The first thing you want to do here is pretty much if you are the administrator or the system administrator and you are the first person to install BimlFlex, you will need to install the BimlFlex database too. So what we need to do here is we will install the BimlFlex application, the BimlStudio, and we will also install the runtime components, the SSIS runtime components that is needed to run the application, run the output, and we will also check the upgrade existing BimlFlex. This is upgrade existing BimlFlex, but it's upgrade and install. Let's go ahead and click next. Now you will get options here to install the BimlFlex add-in and the BimlFlex metadata entry app. Just select both on here. For BimlFlex Excel, you should only install the version of BimlFlex of Excel that you have. There is a documentation on how to check which version of Excel I have. I have 64-bit. Do not check both. It's important that you only install the one that you have. Click next. For BimlStudio, again, select both options. Go next. For the SSIS components, it will detect which versions of SQL Server Data Tools or SSIS you have installed. I have all of them installed, so I want all the components here. If you're in work, you're going to use Snowflake, also install the Snowflake SSIS component. If not, you don't have to, but it's not going to hurt to install them. They're only compatible for 2016 and 17. Hit next. This is where you will need to now create your BimlFlex database. The first line over here is going to ask you what server do you want to put the BimlFlex metadata database on, and this you'll need to type in. I'm going to put it on my local host. The next one is what do you want to call the BimlFlex database. We recommend you leave it as BimlFlex, but you may want to call it something else. Then you will need to click the add button. Obviously, once you've fixed this, you can click test. The test should fail because I obviously don't have that database there. So the testing here will come back as a fail. But as long as you've got that database server there and you're sure about the server, click add. Then click next. If you're upgrading, you need to be sure that you've actually made a backup of your database. Click next. We do the same for the Biml catalog. The Biml catalog is our where the SSIS will be run. So we'll add this. You can also go ahead and create multiples of these. So if you have multiple runtime environments, you can add multiples of those or upgrade multiples of those. We'll hit next. This will give you an overview of everything it's going to install. Click update. It'll come over with a dialog box that will tell you that you need admin rights. Hit yes, and it'll go ahead and actually install. Now, depending on your network connection to your database server, the first part of it may take a little bit longer because again, it's going to go ahead and try and create the database and the DAC, and that could take, sometimes up to 2 to 5 minutes. But this bit over here is now installing the apps. When the install is finished, you'll get a message that says it's done. Hit finish, and now you are ready to start using BimlFlex. All right, let's have a look at upgrading BimlFlex. If you have an existing BimlFlex installation, again, you click the BimlFlex all right, let's have a look at upgrading BimlFlex. If you already have a BimlFlex instance running, you double click the BimlFlex installer. Again, read the license agreement, hit agree. It's going to check for a valid BimlFlex license, which you should have if you're upgrading. It's going to auto select all the components that needs to be upgraded. This is important because we do not want any of the components to be incompatible or have an incompatible version. If you have an existing BimlFlex database and you are the administrator, you need to upgrade your existing database. If, however, your administrator already upgraded your BimlFlex database, you can leave this option unselected. But I'm going to select this because I want to upgrade my BimlFlex database. I click next. Again, leave these checked because we need to upgrade all of the components that you have installed. Go to the next screen. Again, just click through these first couple. When you get to the BimlFlex databases, this is where you will need to change your data source if you don't have it on. I have it installed in my local host. you change your BimlFlex catalog. Again, I have mine changed. My database is called BimlFlex. If you've changed the name of your BimlFlex, you can test it and add it to your installer. Please be sure to back up your database prior to upgrading. There is no reverse engineering of the database upgrade. So make sure you have a backup of your database. You do the same for the BimlFlex catalog, the Biml catalog. You add that, and you add as many as you want to upgrade. So if you have one on your development server, one on your test server, one on your production server, you can upgrade those all at the same time, or you can upgrade them at any point you want. Hit next. It'll tell you all the components you need to be upgrading, and then hit update. You'll get a dialog like this. Hit yes, and it'll go through the upgrade process for you. Once the upgrade is finished running, you'll get an image like this saying that upgrade is considered. You click finish, and now you're good to go, and you can use BimlFlex. Thank you.